All right. I think we can rock and roll. The Facebook people are now well connected. I have close to about 50% there already on the Zoom call. I hope the others will join us as we go along. Once again, your friend and partner Olushola Pupola here, chartered accountant, investment advisor, and also a life coach. And it's my privilege to once again welcome you to the day 4. This is the 4th day of our free online training. And we've been doing this since the month of April, teaching people, helping people to understand this industry, that to remove the myth that, oh, it's so risky, you can't do it, and all this stuff. We've been trying to show people how you can make this a part of your life, add it to yourself as an additional source of income. Even though we say there's so much money to be made in it, but then also you have to know that there are skill sets to be learned. It's a skill set and you've got to learn it. It's not just something that you jump into and it's just like that. No. When we tell you somebody is making money, people are making money, it's not anyone that tells you it's just going to be easy. That's a lie. You got to learn the skill. But then who is going to help you to be successful in this? You need mentors on your path to success. When you have mentors, it makes the journey shorter for you and it makes it more interesting. Tonight, we're going to be taking a very, very deep part of the training. Monday, we started with what the market looks like, the power of this market. And we're able to show you that, okay, this is the strength of this market, the potential of this market, and what you can achieve with it. Then the second day, if you have not watched it, go watch it. The second day, we were able to show you again that the basic principles about trading the international online market, whether you want to trade cocoa, coffee, sugar, Forex, whatever, stock, commodities, and everything. We showed you how you can easily do this using the online market. And then day 3, we showed you how to open accounts with the brokers and how to use that simple tool called MetaTrader 4. And also along the line, in the course of the period, we were showing you that for those of you that will be interested, there are tools that could help you in decision making, in making adequate and proper decision in the market. So just like I always say, most of the time we don't like to show results to people, because if you want to learn to trade, you should be self-motivated. You don't have to see somebody else's results. You know, from the training from Monday till now, since Monday till now, you should be able to say within yourself, oh, this thing is something that I can do. This is something I wish to do. I want to take this thing further. I want to go to the advanced class. You should be able to make that decision yourself, not because somebody is showing you, oh, I made so much. Because the earnings reports, we found that sometimes people get excited by it, but because of demand, some of the students say, let's show them results. And then we want to also tell you that the tools that we use, the tools that we are using, the tools are actually working. Let me quickly share this. I think I shared one with you yesterday. And the one I shared with you yesterday, the one I shared with you yesterday was maybe the one we call AUD-USD. But if you look at this, if you look at my chart now, you know, I said something about it's good to drive an automatic car than to drive, what do you call it, a manual car. So if you're driving a manual car, it's good. But when you can just wake up and you look at the system and the system is saying, buy here, and you just follow the instruction, no analysis that leads to paralysis. Just follow simple instruction. these tools have been, these are technical things that have been put together. Now, take for instance, this particular one, we call it GA. When we say GA, that means this trader would have traded, must have traded pounds to pounds versus Australian dollar. Now, it took this instruction. Look at this. Today is 6th. So if you go down here, you will see the date, 6th, and you see how the market went. And the trader, this particular trader, took this position and went up with it. Didn't we sit before the screen and staring at the screen, analyzing, drawing Fibonacci, no, he just did some small things. But let's see the results. Let's see what it looks like. And from what the trader told me, he was busy, he couldn't take this one. If not, this would have been another wonderful trade coming down here. So let's see the result of that wonderful trade, that opportunity. If you are taking this one again, it will have been another kill. But let's look at this. I will stop the share on my phone or my laptop now, and let me go to the share on the phone. All right. So here I'm sharing the mobile phone. All right. I'm sharing the screen. So what you're seeing now is the screen of the mobile phone. Now this, you can see that thing they call MetaTrader 4, second to the last row, all right? And look at this. Those of you that were here yesterday, or you were watching it yesterday, you will see this was the result that was posted yesterday. And you can see the result says 0508. Now, this is 06, all right? 06 is today. And look at, well, I hope my network is not going to fumble here. Wow. The phone network is changing. Okay, I guess you can hear me.
Okay. Your network is perfect.
It's okay, all right. So if you look at this, GPP AUD, wow, is a network of the phone that, you know, I'm using another different network on that phone.
Okay, we can hear you perfectly.
Okay. No, it's the phone that I was using to share the screen. But then, okay, you know, the screen just went. It's good, no problem. Now, what we just wanted to show you was what informed that trader to take that trade. If you check the two trades for that day, I hope it comes up again. If you check the two trades, one was 480 something, and the other one is 460 something. About $900 just today, guys. $900 just today. You know, some people will say, is it a demo account? Is this? Oh, I wish I could have shown you, but because we don't want to be exposing the balances. Because if I have to show you that side, then I'll be showing you the trader's balance, you know, account security, if you don't want to do that. Now, it shows you, but that means almost $1,000 in one day. Ladies and gentlemen, think about it. Not because the man is so smart, not because he's so intelligent, he just decided to follow some simple indicators and things, and voila. Who will not want to? Can somebody just add it? Let's even say it is $950. Let's say it's $950. Can somebody give me what is the value of that now? What is the value? $950 in Naira. How much is that in Naira? Well, I wish I can get it. How much is that in Naira, please? Wow, see, it's showing no network now. Don't worry, but then I guess you get the logic, what we're trying to say. All right. How much is that in Naira?
It's about 450,000. 450,000 Naira. Almost 450,000.
Almost 450,000. Look at that's what the trader has earned today. Ladies and gentlemen, it works. But please don't be carried away. It does not mean there are days. You see 2 days consecutively. Profit. But it does not mean that there are days where there are no losses. There are days when there are losses. And I don't pray for loss, but if there was one, I will have gladly shown you. Do you understand? So that it's not showing you if there's never any loss, then some of us will not believe, we'll be living on Banana Island. If there's no day when we make loss, we will be living on Banana Island because of the too much money. But the truth is this: you win some, you lose some. But a profitable trader makes more profit than losses. Do you understand? So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. So, but because of the time, somebody is saying we should make extra time. The truth is this: they can and we give more time to the professors today because we had the main faculty also on just one simple strategy that you can use to make money. And with the permission of the class, maybe we could have an extended. I know we've told them it's going to start, their own class is going to start for 9. Their class is normally 8 to 10. But because of this class, we shifted their own class to 9 o'clock tonight. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'll be explaining more things at the end. For those of you that want to know more from him, you meet him at the advanced professional class. Ladies and gentlemen, this man is a very, very wonderful guy who has been trading, just had the news, the knowledge, just like you. I was talking with a friend on radio and he heard it and he came on board. He said, this thing is something that he can do. And he said, if this thing is real, I'm going to do it. And he began doing it, ladies and gentlemen. He has not only been able to be successful himself, to help him acquire things, material, bought cars, bought this, with results from this. And ladies and gentlemen, the most important thing is he's been able to teach many persons how to trade successfully. You can't go through his class and you will not be a good trader. That's one thing I assure you. Once you go through his class, you don't need to be downloading things all everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to welcome is it on the podium now on the screen? We call him the Bishop of Pips. We call him the Bishop of Pips. And he's a doctorate, he has a doctorate in view. He's a chemical engineer. You can imagine, I don't know what chemical engineer can they do with Forex now. Well, but then the good thing is he's helping a lot of people to succeed. And then, just like we always say, he's a bishop, Bishop Raj. So as a bishop, he's the husband of one wife and has wonderful children also. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Dr. Femi Raji. A round of applause. Just put a 555 in the chat box as it comes up there. Put a 555 in the chat box. Bishop, the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you so much, Chairman. Thank you so much for another opportunity again to reach out to Nigerians. And thank you for the opportunity for going to the radio some years back that gave me that opportunity to be here. And I want to encourage every one of us, if you listen to the radio frequently, you will see lots of investment opportunities, people saying, come here, you do this, come here, you do that. We'll do that for you. If you're on WhatsApp or Telegram, sometimes unsolicited messages popping in here and there, adding you to groups, telling you there'll be investment here and that there. The issue is just for two things. Number one, people know that the need for money is insatiable. We always want to have money, secure our future by investment. And of course, you also know that for some of these things, they might not just be true. You've tried investing and things are not really happening. Here, we'll be teaching you how you can take control of your future, of your own money, without necessarily handing it over to somebody. We have an investment arm, but for this class, we'll be discussing how you on your own can decide what you want to do with your own money. You decide how much risk you want to take. You decide when you want to get out of the market. You decide if you want to risk 1% of your account, and not that you give your money to somebody, you make back 20%, then by the 4th month when you're asking, where's my money, everything has gone blank. Don't worry about my screen. You will see my screen. Don't worry. Don't worry, you see more than screen. Just relax, right? So what you want to do is put yourself in a position where you could take control of your future. You could decide, this is what I want to do, this is how I want to retire. I worked in the banking sector for 10 years and I retired very, very early. So I'm a retired person in that light, but I'm still fully working. And one thing that has given me confidence to look at the future with a lot of hope and expectancy is the fact that I stumbled into trading some years back. I must tell you, it wasn't an easy journey, but I was determined. At the time, I met a mentor somewhere in the US, and their time zone is slightly different from ours. And I have to be waking up at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. to attend lectures, right? And I still have to be up and doing during the normal times of the day, devotion and many other things, and move on with life. So it wasn't an easy road, but here we are, and I'm grateful for that. And I'm hoping that you will also have some testimony in about 6-7 months, 1 year time. One thing I tell the people in the professional class is, by the grace of God, all the errors and pitfall I fell into, people who pass through rich vision must insist, I insist, that they shouldn't fall into those type of error, right? It was John Mason that said in his book of quotes, Why Ask Why, that experience is the best teacher, but the school fees is too high, right? So why try to learn this thing on your own? Why try to go download several things on YouTube? You aren't too sure of the person's integrity. You don't, the person is not giving you any proof. You are not sure when you can be taught, you know, when you can learn from other people's experience. So part of the things people enjoy passing through the introductory professional class is we tell them what we've done wrong and how they can avoid it. Today we'll be discussing one simple strategy you and I, irrespective of the fact that you are new in trading, can use to make money from your laptop, from your phone, sitting at home, and wherever you are upon the face of the earth, so long you have an internet-enabled device. But before then, I'm going to ask a question, which is why I have a whiteboard here on my screen. And I'm asking the question right now. I want you to kindly please take out your time to respond to me in the chat box as I ask these questions. Which, say you want to buy a car. Let's say you want to buy a car, right? So you're interested in getting a car. Where will you most likely go to? Where the car can be sold at a premium, or where it can be sold at a discount? Just put a D for discount and P for premium. Where would you most likely go to? Is it where you find it at a discount or where you find it at a premium? Where would you most likely go to? At a discount or at a premium? You most likely go to where you find it at a discount because you want to save money, right? Now, the next question now. Next question. Let's say for one reason or the other, you happen to find yourself dealing in the wholesales of onions. You deal with in the wholesales of onions. Where would you most likely go and buy your bulk onion from? You want to resell the onions. Where would you think would be most logical for you to go and buy your onions from? Would you go to buy it from, watch where I'm writing, from the farmer? That's number one. Or someone One random guy who has a big warehouse in Victoria Island. So please put your answer. Is it going to be from the farmer F or from a random guy that has a big warehouse filled with onions in Victoria Island? All right, I can see lots of people say they will go to the farmer. Remember, we are traders, and there's no difference, so to say, between traders in Alaba market and the traders that are sitting down in their house, right? Their mindset is the same. So I'm just trying to prove that to you here. Okay, so why would you want to go to the farmer? If you want to tell me in one word why you prefer to go buy it from the farmer, can anybody give me that? In one word, you think you can find one or two words, 2-3 words, why you think it might be easier for you to go buy it from the farmer? Profit, cheaper. I think I want to go with Emmanuel. Yeah, source, profit, cheapest deal, yes. Yeah, Oluwaseun, is cheaper. Yeah, it's cheaper, you know. It's cheaper, a better price. Yes, I think Mr. Olubenga, in order to cut costs and make more profit. Yeah, now we are looking, somebody is talking like a businesswoman now there. It's either you want to buy it cheaper, so you could now go somewhere else to sell it. So in other words, you would rather go to the farm to buy a basket at, let's say, I have no idea how much a basket is sold. So let's put an hypothetical amount and say 20K, right? You want to go to the farm to buy it at 20K, then come to VI and sell it at 35K and make a profit of 15K. That is what you want to do, right? So from here, we have seen that your intention is to buy when price is cheap. And let me do this. So your intention is to buy when price is cheap and sell when price is high, right? So you buy low when the price is low. When the price is low, you buy. And when the price goes up, you sell. Now, the last question I'll be asking here, last question. Your intention is to buy when the price is low, then you dispose of it when the price is high. Last question before we go into how we're going to do this together, using currencies and every other thing we can trade. Last question now, look at my screen. You bought this thing for 20,000, you were intending to sell it for 35,000. Then you got an information that somebody dealing in onions is just bringing in some trailer loads of onion all the way from Katsina in northern Nigeria. Is bringing trailer loads of onions. And when he comes, there is a tendency that the cost, the price you'll be selling it in the market will be around 29,000 naira. And you were planning to sell at 35. Today is Thursday. You got information that by Monday, his trailers will be reeling into Lagos. What will be your reaction from now? Put your answer in the chat box, ladies and gentlemen. What will be your reaction from now? You already have yours, you want to sell at 35. You're hearing that by Monday, this guy will come in with a lot and it will begin to go for around 28, 29. What would you plan to do? What will you do to the ones you have in your stock? What will you do to the ones you have in your stock? What will you do to the one you have in your stock? Lower my cost. Won't be too happy, but will quickly sell before his own come. Yes, you quickly sell. You quickly sell. So the action there is that we are selling, right? Sell them off as fast as possible. make your profit, then sit on the sidelines and see what he will do, right? So again, we have been able to establish some rule. We establish some rule. The first rule we establish, remember it, will buy when it is low and sell when it is high. So first rule is that we'll buy when it is low and we sell when it is high. First rule, right? The second rule we just established now is that when we hear that there's going to be a drop in price, sell, right? And of course, the opposite is the same, is also true. When we hear that there's going to be a rise in price, we buy. So if you hear that the price of this thing is going to go up, let's say you want to buy a car and you're applying to, you have 1.1 and you want to buy the Tokumbo car for 1.1 and you were still lazing around and behaving like you are busy at home in the office, and you get an information that the price of that car is going to jump to 1.3 by Monday, what do? You quickly go to buy before there is a rise in price. So it's just the same thing. This is your graph, right? This is 0.0. This point, up here you have 0.100. When you know that price is going to go up, you quickly buy, right? If you're in possession of that thing, if you know that price is going to come down, you sell. So let's go back to the chart. Now we've established the rules. The question now becomes, as traders, I'll be sharing my screen properly now. As traders, how do we determine when price is going to drop or when price is going to rise? You can see on my screen right here to the left of my screen, these are all of the things we can trade based on the broker I'm using now. I'm on an MT4 that belongs to Infinox, and I'm told I can trade China 50, which is an indices that shows the health of 50 most prominent companies in China. I can trade wheat, right? I can trade soybean, I can trade sugar, I can trade coffee, cacao, cotton. I can even trade gold. Gold, for those of you who don't know, gold has gone beyond $2,050 per ounce. It's been rising since the corona pandemic struck the world. I can trade gold. Those of you that are science students, gold is AU, so just add X in front of it as XAU. You can trade silver. Silver is AG, of course. Those of you who know that. You can trade that. You can trade other things like currencies. Yeah, currencies is the most popular one. Foreign exchange, people call it Forex, is the most popular one because it is the most liquid of them all. It's about $7-something trillion exchanging hands every day. You can't compare it with the cocoa market or or even Bitcoin something, right? So all these are things we can trade. Right about now, I'm going to bring out the chart of Great British Pound, Australian dollar, like Chairman was showing initially. I'm bringing up a chart of the Great British Pound, Australian dollar, and I'll be going down to the 15 minutes so you could see clearly, right? Of course, when you come to professional class, you understand what all this mean. I'll do this on the laptop for those of you trading on laptop, and I'll do exactly what I'm saying here. Exactly the same thing. I'll do it on the phone. So those of you who will prefer to trade on phone, we have similar experience. So, but let's start with the laptop. Now, we're going to ask ourselves, I'm drawing a line here now. I'm drawing a line here. This line, this green line I just drew, I drew a horizontal green line. That green line is not telling me anything. I don't know if this price is expensive now or if this price is cheap. I don't know. One thing you need to know is that what you have on your screen here is a graph. It's actually a graph. For those of us that are science students, this is what it actually looks like. It's actually a graph with just 2 points and you're joining them together, right? It's actually a graph. But so that we can explain it better, the world decided to use what we call candlesticks. So these green and red bars you are seeing are candlesticks. When price is going up, it prints as a green candlestick. And when price is coming down, it prints as a red candlestick, right? So when it's going up, it prints at green, and when it's coming down, it prints as red, right? Of course, remember, price has heartbeat. It doesn't just drop, it pulsates like a sine wave. It goes up and down, up and down. That's why you see that sometimes you see some green cluster together, some red cluster together. However, it has a direction. So here you can notice it has some green and some red, but it was on its way up. And here you notice it has some green and some red, but it is predominantly going downwards, right? So it's not static, it keeps shifting. And that is why when you watch news and you see them talking about stocks or rates, you see some board behind the newscaster or the guys in the stock market, you notice it flickering. The prices are changing. But as it is changing, it's facing a direction. It's either going up or coming down, right? But it's just changing. Now, so look at the right-hand side of my screen. You notice some white numbers there, some 1.8 something something. And presently on that green line I have, you have 1.82283. If green is not too visible for us, we could turn this into yellow, so we all see clearly. Right, that's 1.82283. That is the price, right? That is the price. And my question I'm asking you now is that price, is it expensive or is it a discounted price? You and I don't know, right? We can't take a decision based on that. So we're going to add some things to our screen that has the ability of giving us information whether price is cheap or expensive. And remember, when it is cheap, we'll be thinking of buying. When it's expensive, we'll be thinking of selling, right? So let's go. I'll go to insert. Look up on my screen, you see insert. I'll click on insert. I'll go to indicators and I'll go to trend, right? Insert, indicators, trend. And I'm going to pick on the first one there called moving average. Moving average. And I'm going to use the 200 moving average. So my period is going to be 200. My MA method is going to be exponential. I will apply it to the close and my color is going to be blue. I'll say okay, and now you see a blue line appears on my screen, right? A blue line appears on my screen. Now I'll repeat the same process again. I'll go to insert, I'll go to indicators, I'll go to trend, and I'll click on moving average. But rather than add 200 now, I will change this 200 to 13. Right, I'll change this 200 to 13, and I'll change the color here to red, and I'll simply say okay again. I'll say okay again. Right, now I want you to notice something. I want you to notice something. In fact, for this class, let me change this to 50. In the professional class, I'll tell you why the 50 is there. But for now, let's use 50. So here you notice something that I've now been able to add something that can tell me whether my price is cheap or expensive. So here we have the blue line and the red line. I want you to notice something. Whenever the red line crosses underneath the blue line, price tends to fall. Can you see that? The red line came and crossed the blue line from above, price tends to be falling. You can see price dropping, right? So when the red line crosses the blue line, it gives me an indication that price may drop, and I begin to look for opportunities to sell. Right? Notice this point again. When the red line crossed above the blue line, what happened to price? Price began to rise. Right? So I am using my blue and red lines, right, as informants telling me what price will most likely do. Right? Giving me an information telling me what price will most likely do. When they tell me that price is going to go up, I begin to look for opportunities to buy, right? So you can see price went up when it made that cross. Notice how price went up, right? If I took information based on only this, as at the time they crossed and I took a buy, this pair called GBP AUD has moved 116 pips after that information. 116 pips is equivalent at the smallest lot size ever in the market. 116 pips is equivalent to $11.68. If I go to the next, which is 0.1, is equivalent to $116. If I use one standard lot, this is equivalent to $1,168. The amount it equals to, it ends up becoming as profit for me is dependent on how much I am trading with. So if I'm trading with a $100 account, maybe I would have used a 0.01, and that would have given me like $11, which is slightly above 10% of my account, right? So let me speak in our local dialect. Now the type calabash where you take on stream, then go determine the type of water you go, quantity of water you go fish. Anybody will begin chop meat, will big pass the one where they pot in still and from somewhere. You know, so you can't come with $100 and decide that I want to make 1 million in 1 month. Now, if papa put the money there, you know, so you decide which one you want. So here, but just look at this point. Look at when they cross downwards, price is dropping. Can you see that we now have an answer to our question as to whether what we have here, this yellow line, if it is expensive or cheap? Now you can see when it crossed to the downside, we began to sell. We began to sell, right? I hope, am I communicating to anybody? Are we getting this? If you are really getting what I'm saying, please put a 1 in the chat box. I need to be sure we are together. Are we together? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, right? So like I said, I'm just doing this here so that you can know that this thing is doable. You don't need to know so many things. You don't need to know so many things to be able to do this. The error is that at the beginning we thought we need to know so many things, then we got our fingers burnt, biting more than we can chew, right? So yes, this thing is doable. You just need somebody to show you what to do and how to do it, right? So now, this is what I want us to do. Everybody here, I believe by now you should have downloaded the MetaTrader 4 on your phone or on your laptop. Tomorrow from 7 a.m. Nigerian time, please open up your MT4. If it's a laptop, it looks something like what I have here. Ensure you watch this video. The video will be posted tonight, hopefully. Look out for these 2 lines. Pick anything you want to, whether cocoa, coffee, currencies like the Great British Pound against the United States dollars, or the Australian dollar against the Japanese yen, whichever you want to choose, the Swiss franc versus the US dollar. Pick anyone you want and watch out for, and ensure you do this on the 15 minutes. On the 15 minutes, how do you spot 15 minutes? Look at my screen. Look at my screen. You can see 15 minutes up here. Let me use a different color for that. You can see 15 minutes up here, right? If you are using your laptop, just ensure you click on M15. That is 15 minutes. That's what I want you to do. And once you do that, just watch out for the cross between these 2 lines. Watch out for your cross between your 13 and your 50. It usually will happen maybe in the day, usually anything from 7, it could happen. If it crosses to the upside, simply click on a buy. Look at my screen, you can see a sell and a buy button up there to the right of my screen. If you don't have it, to the left of my screen, I beg your pardon. If you don't have that, simply look at this button where my cursor is hovering over. You can see new order, just click on it. Boom, and it brings you here. Of course, again, you can see your sell and your buy. In this case, let's say we saw this crossover when it was happening, we simply would have clicked on sell. We simply would have clicked on sell. And now that I've clicked on sell, you can see that we have here, look at my screen, you can see I have a sell. If I press Ctrl T and come here, I have a sell running, right? I have a sell running on GBP AUD. Here you can see sell, type, sell, size 0.02. We'll be explaining that in the video. And is running now. Before the end of this class, we should be in some level of profit on this particular trade. If you remember when we started, when I clicked on the sell, when in a, well, I don't want to use some terms here. Let's leave this. Now, the next thing you'll be seeing will be the screen to my phone. I will do the exact same thing on my phone so that those of you that have, somebody is saying no audio, somebody is saying the reception isn't favorable. But I believe majority of you can hear me. So let's go back and see if we can do this same thing we just did here. If we can repeat it on the phone, right? So I'll be sharing my phone right about now. If you got lost somewhere in the middle, never mind. You'll have this video posted on our YouTube, SimplyPips. If you haven't subscribed to that YouTube channel, please do yourself some big favor and subscribe. There are very many things there for you to learn. So I'll be sharing my screen right about now. You should be seeing the screen to my phone. For the purpose of this class, again, I always have to do this. Delete all of these things. So we start from afresh. Right. So here again, I'll be picking on GBP AUD, the exact pair that we discussed before. Here we are on it. I'm on GBP AUD, and I'm going to add the same things we did on the laptop. Remember, on the laptop, we added 2 moving averages. So how do we find the moving averages on our phone, right? So you notice there is an F button up there that looks like a factorial, one F button up on the blue banner. Click on that F button. Once you click on it, it brings you to this page. Remember, we went to trend. So that's trend. You can see moving average there. In between moving average, I have it highlighted on my phone. So just click on it. Again, the first one we're going to choose is, for this class, let's pick 50. And the color was blue, right? Now look on the upper banner up there, you see done. Click on done. Once you click on done, you can see that blue line again has appeared, right? Great. So the next thing we want to go add the 13 exponential moving average. Again, we'll click on the F button, and there's an F plus button just underneath the blue banner up there. We'll click on it, and now we'll click on moving average again, and this time we'll be adding the 13. Once you click on 13, you change the color to red to be in tandem with what we have on the laptop. I'm going to simply click done. Here again, you can see we had a good reason to sell on the crossover there when there was a cross between the red and the blue box there. You can see we had a crossover there in that rectangle, and then price dropped and has been dropping since then. Of course, when we had a crossover to the downside or to the upside again, right about here, we had another crossover again to the upside somewhere here. Yeah, somewhere in that point, we had a crossover in that circle, and price rallied up from there and went up. So what are we going to do tomorrow? Once you notice that you've picked your pair, you've done this, from 7 a.m., you just watch out every 1 hour. You don't need to stare continuously on your phone or your laptop. Just check back intermittently, the range of 1 hour. Check to see if they've crossed over, then you decide to pick on a buy or a sell. Pick on anything you want. if you want to see the things you can trade, up in the blue banner there, up there, there is a dollar sign. Can you see a dollar sign there? Just after the F, click on that dollar sign, and here you can see all the other things you can trade. So you can choose any of them. Just choose any of them. If I choose Euro card now, it changes my screen to Euro card, and now you can see that I have something different. Remember, we're on GBP AUD before. Again, remember I told us to do this thing on 15 minutes. So for the laptop, how do you find 15 minutes? After that dollar sign there, after that dollar sign, the next thing you can see is something that looks like a clock, right? Just click on it. And now you can see M1, M5, M15. 15 minutes is M15, so you click on M15, right? So let's go back to the pair we're looking at before, which was GBP AUD, right? Or let's even change it this time and look for a pair like CAD CHF. So I'm picking on CAD CHF. Notice that CAD CHF hasn't crossed yet, right? It's looking like it wants to cross to the downside. So wait for it to see what happens. So this is a pair that you might want to watch out for tomorrow to see, okay, is it going to cross downwards or going to cross upwards? If it crosses downwards, please tell me, if it crosses downwards, what is the trade will take, a sell or a buy? Put your answer in the chat box. If the red crosses the blue downwards, what would you most likely do? Put your answer in the chat box. A sell or a buy? A sell or a buy, what will you most likely do? Some of you are typing in sell. Are you sure? Are you sure it's a sell? Are you sure it is a sell? If the red crosses the blue to the downside. I need more answers. We have just about. Now, Mr. Vincent says a buy. Is it a sell or a buy? Look at it very well. When the red crosses the blue to the downside, the answer is that it is a sell. You click on the sell, right? You click on the sell and take it. But how do you finally sell? How do you sell? Look at my screen. Look at my screen, and you'll notice at the end, the last thing on that blue banner is a plus sign inside something that looks like a sheet of paper or a book, right? Just click on that plus sign. Click on it. That plus, the very last one there. Click on it. And when you click on it, you can see here again, we are in a place where you can do buy and sell. Look downwards. Look down here, you can see sell, and here you can see buy. So whatever it gives you, you pick the one you want to do, whether to sell or to buy. You just pick. So in this case, let's say we want to sell, I'll just click on sell. I'll just click on sell. Click on sell, and to tell me my order has been opened, and now we are selling. Now we are selling, right? Once you click on sell or buy, the very first thing you see is a red. You see that red figure there means we're presently in a loss of about 92 to less than $1 because we have to pay our broker for the services. You have to pay. It's just like you're renting a house, you've got to pay for agency commission and the likes. You pay for that service, right? So as the market, as the trade progresses and you begin to make some money, then it changes from red to blue and the number keeps climbing. So now I'll not be telling you how to close the trade, how to analyze and everything. I just want you to know that it doesn't take so much to be able to determine where the price is going to go to and taking your decision off of it. Several people make you feel like this thing to bust your head is more difficult than further mathematics of the moon and all the likes. Yeah, it could be. It depends on how you decide to pick it. But here in Rich Vision, we try to help you to not to fall into the same mistakes we did, right? So it has the way of speeding up your learning. So I'll be stopping this right now and go straight back to the laptop again. So I'm back again to the laptop, and let's see. Here's our trade. The trade we took is still dancing somewhere, right? We'll be teaching you lots of strategies that we use to trade. Of course, I know the chairman has been showing you one of our tools that we use in trading, but just notice how sweet this thing looks. It crosses to the upside, you are buying, right? Crosses to the downside, you are selling. You didn't sell for too long. You might have had a losing trade here, but again, it crossed back up to the upside, and again, you are buying. Very impressive, very sweet. I hope some of you test your hands on these tomorrow, and by next week, Monday, the professional class will be starting. I hope to see you there, and we can do more. Determined to make something out of your life. What you don't know is bigger than you. All of us don't have to be running helter-skelter. You can actually be in your house and trade, and the only thing you'll be bothered about is how not to add up fat, and that way you can turn your sitting room to a gym. It's a good one. A good reason to turn your sitting room to a gym is that you are not saying yes sir to anybody. Nobody's bossing you. You're staying with some other traders and making money off your device. Let me see if there are any questions for me before we call it a wrap. I need to be with the other people. So what's the difference between the 200 moving average and the 500 moving average? It just looks at the period, right? It looks at the period. One of them turns faster than the other. That is all, right? And again, I wouldn't want to start giving lectures here on that. Like I said, we always do that in the professional class. But let me just give you a simple scenario. If you have 1 plus 1, it gives you 2. Divided by 2, the answer is 1. Let's go to the next one. 1 plus 2, the answer is 3. Divided by 2, and the answer will be what? 1 point something. Or let me do the easier way for all. 1 plus 2, the answer is 3. Divided by 2, it will give you 1.5, right? 1 plus 2 plus 3. Now the answer is what? 6 divided by how many numbers? 1, 2, 3. In other words, I'm just finding average. Now it has given you 2. Let's go to the next one. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Now you now have 10. 10 divided by 4, it gives you what? 2.5. Go to the last one. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Answer here now is what? 15. 15 divided by how many numbers? 5. The answer gives you 3. So can you see that once your value begins to go, as your value increases, your average increases, right? That is the principle of moving averages. As the average moves and it continues to improve, then your average moves. You see, but again, this is an introduction class. I don't have to start explaining this before somebody calls me up in the night and say, what is the permutation and what is the factorial, or somebody start asking me for the differentiation and integration of what I just did now, right? You don't need all that. Just know that once one line cross one line, this is what will happen, right? Just know that for now. When we meet, we'll be discussing in details how and why they happen that way, and you have a proper understanding of how to use it on your own. You can even, with your own understanding, decide to formulate your own and, you know, make it work, right? This is when can we close it? Close the trade when you are, it's demo money now, it's demonstration money. So you can close the trade whenever you want to close the trade, whenever you choose to close the trade. Chairman, I think I can call it a wrap here tonight. I believe we would have learned something so we can join the professional class. Over to you, sir.
Wow, thank you, Bishop. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe you got a tip. Will you just put in a 777, put in a 777, put in a 777, put in a 777 if you actually got something on this call. Wonderful, wonderful. Ladies and gentlemen, the man you listen to is loaded, and he's going to be teaching the market, beat the market maker strategy at the advanced class. So yeah, somebody said I have to watch this video again. You just need to watch it again so that you can. Don't see if you are not getting everything now, don't blame yourself. You know, some of us, this one are adult school, so don't blame yourself. You will get it. Just take the time. You are not going to make all the money in one day. It takes some time. Do you understand? So please, as much as possible, watch the video again. Now, for those of you that we really want to be in the advanced class, try as much as possible. Limited space. We can't afford to have so much people in that class for us to be able to do proper mentorship. So if you still have the stuff, try to do the enroll. You know, we talk about that. The cost is just 15,000 naira for you. If you do 15, and then you get this skill that you will use for the rest of your life in this thing, I think it's something that is cool. And at the advanced class, the professional class, we take it again. We take it all over again from the beginning. Do you understand? To the point where we talk about that in the indicators and things that you need to use to help you to have a very good profitable trade. I think let me just quickly share that screen again. The only thing I want to get to my brain is the pips and lot size. There's so much for you to get to. It's not this, but it's easy if you have good mentors. All right. When we say it's easy, yes, it's easy. But then with good mentors, it's going to be very, very, very. The journey is going to be smooth. You understand? Tomorrow is one class that you don't want to miss. Tomorrow's class I will be taking you on how never to lose money in this industry, how you do proper money management. So the advanced class starts August 10 to August 21st. As we said, this may be about the last one. It may be about the last one for this year because we're going into there's a business venture that we are working with entrepreneurs. Actually, we're starting a program where entrepreneurs can access loan. We have a cooperative society for entrepreneurs where they can get 3 times their loans, interest-free loans without collaterals and things. So we'll be launching that very soon. So that's going to take some of our time. So we might not be able to take this and that. But this Monday, next Monday, we are starting with this. In this training, the 2 weeks training, you learn the financial market, basic. Okay, the person that saying wants to learn pips, you are going to learn a lot about pips. We will give you an assignment. You will do assignments. Do assignment until the thing sticks into your head. You do assignments. We mark your assignments and things in the professional class. The risk management. You create a broker's account, technical analysis. Then this is where it starts getting interesting. How to do reversal pattern plus focus on harmonics, and they beat the market makers crossovers. The continuation pattern and this same thing here, the candlestick, all these things. By the time you finish that 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, you will be a good trader. I'm not saying you will be a profitable trader yet. You will be a good trader, but with consistent practice, you now become profitable. And that's the tool. We said this tool, the power tool that we use to give us direction in the market. Most of our professional students are using it and it's helping them. The superpower tool, it's a unique blend of the efficiency of Fibonacci. Most of you have heard of Fibonacci and applied harmonic pattern. Harmonic pattern is one of the very, very strong patterns as far as trading is concerned. Then with other tools combined together, it will help you. It gives you the direction of the market. It shows you where the direction of the market is. And if you are able to use it, I tell you, it's fantastic. I think for those people that look at it, it gives you, look at, it tells you buy, sell, buy, and you just follow the instruction with the harmonic pattern. Maybe for the benefit of those people who joined the class later, I think I shared the result of a particular trade. Please, I always try to warn people, past result does not guarantee future profit, please. Past results does not guarantee future profit. Don't say, oh, this person is making so much, so I have to make that much also. Please, the person that is making these results has put in some time to learn the trade. Please, we don't want to mislead you. Oh, somebody is making so much, so I should make this much. No, you don't know are you ready to put in the time that that person has put in it? If you are ready to put the time, you will get the kind of result. But remember, past result does not guarantee future profit. I'm trying to show, okay, I pray it comes up on time. All right. So, but while that one is coming up, let me quickly show you for the passive income for those of you that are interested in the investment aspect of the business. Okay, let me do this. Put the password for the, okay. The ones that are interested in the passive income, that's in the investment income, that's you trade while you are still learning this art of trading. Somebody is doing the trading on your behalf. Okay. All right. Just wanted to get. Okay. Okay. Somebody is doing it on your behalf. Okay. All right. Let me quickly just show you the result. That's the result of one of this trade. Ladies and gentlemen, people are making success. People are getting successful. Let me show you again here. Look at it. Just look at it. All right, that is my screen. That is my mobile phone. All right. So this particular trader, I thought I was sharing the screen. Okay. Okay. So if you look at this screen there, you see today GPP AUD, the same GPP AUD that Bishop just took now, that is selling now, the one that is selling now, this morning it bought up, and this trader took a buy. Look at this, is about $849 just from that indicator. If you look at from the screen, let me share the screen of this one. Let me share this screen. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't sit down and say, oh, these things are not working. They say these are not this thing. No, we've not met somebody that will teach you, that will help you to become successful. Look at this. This is the GPP AUD. This is the trader took here. Took this one. The thing gave a buy here, and he rolled with this from this place to this place. Look at it here. You know, figures know the line now. See, boom, 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 boom. This is about 130 pips. Of course, you may not catch everything, but 430 pips. That's on 2 trades. Ladies and gentlemen, these things work, but you get to learn it. Please don't go and say, no. You've got to take the time to learn it. And that 2 weeks, if you can invest 2 weeks in yourself, 15,000 naira, it's not $15,000. It's 15,000 naira, which you can, some of you use it to buy fuel in a week. You understand? So you use to buy fuel and things to move from Lagos to Ireland and things. But you can invest it in yourself to get a better thing. 2 weeks training, and it's going to be awesome. So for those of you that are interested in the investment, we're going to be talking more on the investment. Then what we also do, what Rich Vision also is doing is this. Because many persons ask me, they said, why are you people doing this? You are doing this one for free. You are not collecting, even for the trading, we don't collect money from you. You collect your money with your account with us. We just do profit sharing. But there's something we are working towards. We have a traders funding program. A trader funding program that if you are a good trader, once you pass through our class and you are good at it, we will check your result, check your money management, check everything. After 1 month of successful trading, we will connect you with traders, with investors that can give you money to trade, even as much as 50,000 US dollars, 10,000, 20, $50,000, and you can be making as much as 200,000 naira in profit. Are you getting? This is where we are going to. That's when we connect you to investors, and investors, you start trading investors fund. When you make good money, that is where we take share from. Do you understand what we're doing now? We train you to be a professional trader. We get money for you. You trade. When you trade, then the profit, the share of profit that goes that we have agreed, we will now share it. That one is better than all this. Is it 50,000 naira? No. We know where we are going to. Do you understand? Apart from the fact that you are being empowered. Some of you will do it. You say, I'm not interested in the investment, investors or something. I want to trade my own fund. You are okay. But we are really looking. There's so much money in this country, and there are a lot of people to be helped. If you become a good trader, you begin to teach or be helped in this country. When you understand this thing, instead of you giving them a bag of rice, giving them chicken, you can teach them to trade, and they can all begin to trade. This nation will become big. Go to South Africa. Go to South Africa. Go and watch what these guys are doing. Young boys making a hell lot of money. I'm going to close tonight, and I will show you a video. The youngest millionaire in South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to learn from this young man. Youngest millionaire, 23 years old, Sandy Lesache. You can go check him out. I'm going to show you his video before we go. This is something we want to actually achieve in this country. Ladies and gentlemen, and it is possible. This guy, 23 years old. 23 years old. Let me see. Let me see. Let me try to bring. Let me try to bring it up. So for those of you that want to pay for that, for the class, we will post the link again. We post the link in the group chat, or you get in touch with. Okay, let what am I doing, man? I get so carried away on this thing at times. I really desire that you get success in this, guys. Let's go. All right, let's see. Okay. The minute the video is just a minute, but before I go, before I show that, for those of you that want to be part of this, you can. Okay, now. All right. For you that want to be part of this, just go ahead. The professional class is 15,000 naira. If you want that superpower tool, is 80,000 naira with the professional training class. That's if you need that. And I advise you need it anyway. Then this account you make your payment to Rich Vision Consultancy, First Bank account. And please, once you pay, make sure you get in touch with this number. It's important. Make sure you get in touch with this number so that you can be booked for the class. So people will pay, they will not get in touch. And later we say we can't take anybody in the class again. They will say, I paid since. Please, once you pay, make sure you do. So ladies and gentlemen, join me to listen to this young man, Sandile Sachi.
This is actually where I grew up. That's my grandmother's place. I spent a number of years, more than a decade, living in these streets. However, for me, you know, it's not a lot of young people or a lot of black people who make it out of this township and do well for themselves. But at the same time, there are people such as your Sandile Zungu. He grew up in this township and right now he's running one of the most successful companies in South Africa. And it's one of the people that I used to say, you know what, if he can do it, why can't I?
At just 23 years old, Sandile Shezi has become one of South Africa's youngest millionaires, but he admits that he made some very risky decisions.
My parents gave me my tuition fees for the year to go and pay for university, and I actually took the entire amount and I threw it in the Forex market. I actually started trading through Standard Bank online, where I was buying and selling stocks, but at that time I didn't really take it that seriously. After working on a few businesses, I realized that, you know what, if I really put my entire energy into this thing, I could actually make it big. Being a young trader, I started networking with other people already in the trading industry. That's when I was introduced to what we call currency trading, which is the Forex market. Then I moved over. When we started the business, it was very challenging and difficult. For us as young people, we never studied business management. We don't come from an economics background or those kind of things. For us, it was more about, you know what, get a company registered, just get it off the ground, open an office and you know, just jump in the deep end. And of which when we got started, that's when we realized things are not as easy as they look. You can't just open a laptop and start trading. You got to understand what you're doing, and that's where my company comes in. That for us, it's about grooming people and making them understand that when is the right time to buy, when is the right time to sell, and how do you go about avoiding losing your capital. We want to empower everybody about Forex. You know, we want to make sure the masses know about trading. I might be holding on, and I end up having a repeat of what happens to the Zim dollar. I hold on, it loses more value. I hold on, it loses more value. Eventually, what I'm holding on to has no value. As a company, we do what we call free beginners classes. So essentially, anyone and everyone, irrespective of background or education, qualification, they can come through for a free beginners class, of which there is no fee for that. They don't even pay for the seats when they attend. And essentially, we pretty much give them all the basics they need about Forex and what we do as a company. How did Aliko Dangote become the richest guy in Africa? I wanted to know, how did Tony Elumelu become one of the most respected billionaires in Nigeria? How did Sandile Zungu, a black boy from a township in Durban, make so many billions in his lifetime? When you get into entrepreneurship, the first thing in your mind is money. That, you know, I need to make money, I need to feed myself, I need to be able to take care of my expenses. But once you have done that, you start looking at a bigger picture that, you know what, I've got employees to take care of. I've got people to make sure that we take care of. We've got clients in a number of different cities. So for me, it's more about giving value than just making money at this point.
So, ladies and gentlemen, for us at Bridge Vision, it's more about giving value. It's more about giving. I don't know, maybe some of you will, if you had it very well, you will see some similarities in what they are doing there and what we are doing right here. It's about giving value. And ladies and gentlemen, thank God you are part of it. So the training is going to start on Monday. It is always 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. every day. And it's always recorded. It's always recorded. But the recording is private for those people that attended the class. And just like we said, what other thing that, I was seeing somebody asking a question. But that's just it. Somebody says, is there going to be a certificate? Unfortunately, we don't issue certificates, we issue certificates. Do you understand? We don't give certificates, we give certificate. You know, we have certificates, carry us go since all this year. Certificate will make you a living. Certificate will make you a fortune. Sabi, what do you sabi do? Which skill do you have? That's what we give you at the end of the class. So ladies and gentlemen, join us and get your own certificate. It's been a pleasure coming on this platform with you. But please, as much as possible, get registered, get yourself in that class, and we'll be so glad to have you. All right. Sorry, I've not been able to go through all the messages in the group. Okay, when is the training? The advanced class for 2 weeks. It's starting on Monday. When is the paid training starting? That's Monday. Mr. Raphael said, Mr. Shola, you are wonderful. Oh, thank God. Wonderful. God is so wonderful. Yeah, thank you very much. Sir, if you can't attend, can you sell the video? Yes, you can get the video at the same cost. It's the same cost. The certificate is better. Certificate is better. All right, that's great. God is wonderful. Thank you. Hope you are at the convention. We missed a lot, but then we got the word. Don't worry. God is helping us. Thank you very much. God bless you all. Do have a wonderful night's rest. God bless you.